The Prophet Muhammad was not only a messenger of divine revelation but also a guide for human behavior, deeply concerned with the moral and spiritual well-being of his followers. Through his teachings and actions, he identified certain habits that, if left unchecked, could lead to personal downfall and societal harm. These weren't just minor flaws, they were dangerous tendencies that corrupt the heart, poison relationships, and distance a person from Allah. Even today, in a world full of distractions and moral confusion, the Prophet's warnings ring louder than ever. By understanding and avoiding these harmful habits, we can protect our souls, strengthen our communities, and live in a way that reflects the beautiful character he exemplified. For dangerous habits the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned us about. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was a mercy to mankind, sent not only with divine revelation but also as a practical role model for living a life of balance, integrity, and compassion. His teachings cover every aspect of life, from worship and business ethics to social behavior and personal character. One of the Prophet's greatest concerns was safeguarding the hearts and minds of believers from destructive habits, those silent poisons that erode faith, damage relationships, and lead one away from the mercy of Allah. In his wisdom, the Prophet, PBUH, identified several dangerous behaviors and warned the Ummah against them. These timeless warnings remain critically relevant today. In this article, we explore 4 of the most dangerous habits he cautioned us about, and how to protect ourselves from them. Lying, the root of all corruption. Beware of lying, for lying leads to wickedness, and wickedness leads to the hellfire. Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Lying is not just a verbal sin, it's a gateway to deeper moral decay. The Prophet, PBUH, strongly emphasized truthfulness, not merely in speech but in character. He described it as a quality that defines a believer. A single lie can destroy trust, break families, and ruin reputations. Worse still, persistent lying shapes the heart until truth no longer feels valuable. In our modern world of social media, fake personas, and online deceit, lying has taken new forms, spreading misinformation, pretending to be someone you're not, or twisting the truth for likes or sympathy. But the essence remains the same: dishonesty displeases Allah and distances us from righteousness. The Prophet, PBUH, gave glad tidings to the truthful. Truthfulness leads to righteousness, and righteousness leads to paradise. Sahih Muslim. How to avoid it. Practice speaking honestly, even in difficult situations. Avoid exaggeration or misleading speech. Reflect before speaking or posting online. Ask yourself, is it true? Gossip and backbiting, the poison of the tongue. Do you know what backbiting is? They said, Allah and His Messenger know best. He said, it is to mention something about your brother that he dislikes. Sahih Muslim. Backbiting, ghiba, and slander are among the most destructive social sins. The Prophet, PBUH, painted a vivid picture of their seriousness. In one hadith, he likened backbiting to eating the flesh of your dead brother. Surah Al-Hujurat, a horrific image meant to make us shudder at the thought of it. Gossip tears apart friendships, spreads hatred, and plants seeds of envy and suspicion in the hearts of listeners. Sadly, in our era of entertainment and viral content, backbiting is often disguised as humor, commentary, or just sharing the news. The Prophet, PBUH, warned. A servant may speak a word that angers Allah, without realizing how far it will go, and because of it, he will be thrown into the hellfire. Sahih al-Bukhari. How to avoid it. Don't speak about others unless it's for a valid reason, e.g., warning against harm. Politely change the subject when others start gossiping. Remember, silence is often safer than speech. Arrogance, the disease of the heart. No one who has an atom's weight of pride in his heart will enter paradise. Sahih Muslim. Arrogance, kibr, is a hidden disease, one that often goes unnoticed until it causes serious spiritual harm. The Prophet, PBUH, defined arrogance as rejecting the truth and looking down on people. Sahih Muslim. Whether it's pride in wealth, looks, knowledge, or status, arrogance blinds a person to reality and causes them to belittle others. It's a satanic trait, the same sin that led Iblis to refuse bowing to Adam, claiming superiority due to his origin. In today's competitive, self-centered culture, arrogance is often disguised as confidence or self-worth. But when a person starts mocking others, ignoring correction, or seeing themselves as better, the line has been crossed. How to avoid it? Remind yourself that all blessings are from Allah. Treat everyone, rich or poor, with equal respect. Seek feedback humbly and accept your mistakes. Envy, hasad, the silent destroyer. Beware of envy, for it consumes good deeds just as fire consumes wood. Abu Dawood. Envy is the desire to see someone else lose a blessing because you feel they don't deserve it, or worse, because you want it for yourself. It's one of the most toxic emotions a person can carry. Envy causes pain, breeds resentment, and leads to actions that hurt others. The first murder in human history, Kabil killing his brother Habil, was driven by envy. Shaitan himself was consumed by envy of Adam, leading to his eternal downfall. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned us of envy because it eats away at the good in our lives. It prevents us from being grateful, causes sleepless nights, and often leads to slander, hatred, or plotting against others. How to avoid it? Practice gratitude, focus on your own blessings. Make dua for the one you envy, it breaks the ego. Remind yourself that Allah distributes blessings with wisdom. Why these habits are so dangerous? Each of these 4 habits, lying, gossiping, arrogance, and envy, may seem small at first. But they are like termites, silently eating away at your spiritual foundation. Over time, they damage your relationship with Allah and with those around you. The Prophet, PBUH, was sent to perfect character. He cared not only about acts of worship, but about what lived in people's hearts. His mission was to purify the soul, and that's why his warnings are filled with wisdom and urgency. In our fast-paced world, these habits are often normalized. People lie to get ahead, gossip is a form of entertainment, arrogance is marketed as confidence, and envy is fueled by social comparison. But the path of the believer is one of awareness, self-control, and purification. Heed the prophetic warnings. The Prophet Muhammad did not merely warn us, he showed us a better way. His life was a model of humility, honesty, and compassion. He elevated the status of those whom society ignored and taught that the best among us are those with the best character. If we want to follow his path, we must begin by cleaning our hearts from the inside out. That means being brutally honest with ourselves, catching these bad habits early, and replacing them with their opposites, truth, kindness, humility, and gratitude. May Allah protect us from these spiritual diseases and guide us to the character of His beloved Prophet, PBUH. Ameen.